Another really fundamental error that sometimes the children make is, so an opponent scores the top mount, so they're in the top mount position. They're in a really solid base position, and then the person on the bottom, in their efforts to escape the position, like maybe bridges their hips and tries to turn, they end up turning over. And they turn over, and if I can stay in the top position, unfortunately for them, I've now been awarded another 4 points for back mount. So that would total now top mount of 4 and a back mount of 4, 8 points from this mistake. So you want to make sure don't turn over if you're in the mount. All right, another position that you may have seen earlier on the whiteboard there is what they call knee on belly. So basically it's a control position where, yeah, basically as it says, I have my knee pressing down on my opponent and controlling them. Not to be confused with a knee strike. I'm not allowed to drop my knee in as a striking action. I'm only using it to control my opponent. Like we've already said, 3 seconds of control before you'll be awarded 2 points for the knee on belly. Just one really important point I wanted to make, a common fault, and the children get a bit confused as to why they're not scoring the technique, and it's due to the other knee. So basically, if I'm in a side control position like so, and I pop up onto knee on belly, I need to be making sure that this other knee is not down on the mat. So basically, if I have this knee on the floor, then the referee will not begin counting knee on belly. And so sometimes the kids get quite confused as to why they're not scoring it, but simply by lifting the knee up, basing on the foot, and keeping that control, 1, 2, 3, I'll be awarded 2 points. Okay, a really important part of the BJJ system is teaching the children how to defend from things like chokes and arm locks, etc. Unlike karate as a martial arts, where the student learns how to defend themselves from punches and kicks, primarily jiu-jitsu's wrestling and grappling based. So chokes are involved in BJJ competition at all age group levels, right from the youngest right through. So in self-defense, especially when you're taken to the ground, in self-defense, it's really important to learn that you've got to defend the neck, because it's an area that is exploited a lot in the ground fighting. So there's a couple of points when the children are doing their BJJ rounds. We don't encourage this kind of holding the throat choke, so that will be we're pulling up the students for this kind of choking action. But the children are allowed to use the gi and lapels to apply chokes. They're also able to use their own arms and apply chokes from behind, etc. The only other one that we are not allowed to do with the children is a guillotine style choke, where we have the head through and we actually lever up. But that's more of a safety issue for the children's necks. But we want you to keep in mind that chokes are allowed. We're watching the kids when they're doing the matches, we're keeping close contact to see if they're okay, and that's also why we encourage the tap out rule. The children might just feel uncomfortable, but it's something they really need to learn to fulfill their kind of self-defense system, especially in the grappling style martial arts.